Are we live? Yes. It's been half a decade. Why wouldn't I be? I sure hope. Oh. All right. First thing I need to get is some freaking cleaner, because this thing's ungodly filthy. Oh my god, get out of here. I answered your question. Oh. Okay. Hi, Luke. Should I spray or should I spray onto the paper towel? I'll spray onto the paper towel. That's a lot of dirt. Whenever I say that's a lot of now, I immediately in my head hear Project Farm. That's a lot of damage! That guy's a phenomenon now, and I think I think he's probably the last person he ever expected to become a phenomenon on YouTube. Just because he's so humble and, like, down to earth. Or at least he seems that way. Use flex paste to make new idler tires. I don't know what that is. I do have, if I do need to replace the idler tire in this, I may have a belt, a really thick, small, square belt that might do the job. Alright, that's clean enough. Oh, that was a joke. Yeah, I'm not very good at detecting that. Well, I've got 5 people here. Oh, you know what? I'm in top chat and not live chat. Anyone else here? Oh, Andrew's here. Hi, Andrew. I was hoping cleaning this thing would take long enough for some people to come in. Still dirt coming off it, that's for sure. So I'm kind of lucky because the very great 12 volt vids did a video on this exact model of VCR servicing it, and it was pretty nicely in depth. He even adjusted the capstan free run speed. So I know how to do that on this machine if I have to. Alright. Let's get the covers off this, because the first thing, so if anybody's watching who hasn't already seen on Twitter, this thing actually functions. I put a tape in it and it actually played. Off camera, I played with it a little bit more, and after a few minutes the loading belt started slipping and it wouldn't load the tape anymore to play it. So I'm at the very least going to have to clean or replace the loading belt and possibly other belts. We'll clean the heads. Oh, the other thing is that the controls here lock up, which is common on these because there's some sliding metal parts that get stuck over the decades, so I have some oil at the ready so I can oil those. I don't know if it's unplugged right now, but I'm just wondering. Yeah, so they're locked up right now. Is my bit rate too high? Yeah, I'm having some stream issues. Let me turn my bit rate down. I'm running over Wi-Fi, so hopefully the stream isn't too unstable. Right, let's get the top cover off this. Ugh. Ugh. So first I have to undo the back cover, if I remember right. I may have to open up 12 volt vids' video. while I'm at this. Of course, the cover on this is already effed up because dumb, stupid Goodwill. Their packing job was putting it in a box and putting some paper around it, and that was it. So, thanks, Goodwill. Rock solid. I do have a tape already made. That's this tape. I used another VCR to record color bars and tone on it with 10 minutes at SP speed, 10 minutes at LP, and 10 minutes at EP. So I've got a reference tape all ready to go. Hey, Colin. I haven't touched the compact ICS since the first videos I made of it when I first got it. What's it been? Almost a year ago or something like that? Maybe not that long. But I haven't touched it since then. Although I will be able to start touching it once I get other projects out of the way, because my North Star phones are here now, which is great. Alright, wow, the back cover of this thing. That's a shame. Broken plastic. There's actually a screw I didn't take out. I didn't realize it was there because the entire thing... The entire thing just broke off. Would I be interested in a Meridian 1 option 11? Ooh. I mean, yes, but no, I don't think so. I think that's too much. It's too complicated. Yeah. Thanks, though. I don't know. I looked at videos of option 11s, and they just... they look scary and complicated to program. So I will get this back cover out of the way. Oops. Then these screws come out and the top cover can come off. Also, the shipping cost on an option 11 would just be horrific. Oh man, this piece of plastic's broken too. Man! That sucks. Freaking Goodwill, man. Are there more screws? Yes, there are. Oh yeah, that TV is pretty cool that you're working on. How does this come off? Ugh. Is there a screw on the front that I'm missing? Don't think so. I remember 12 volt vid struggled at this part. And I don't think I think he did a jump cut when he had it off, but I'm gonna have to check now because I don't want to break this plastic. Man, my freaking stream keeps, I gotta keep an eye on OBS here, because I'm only streaming at 3 megabits per second, but apparently even that's too much. Right, so I got the cover off. Wow, everything's filthy in here. That head drum's even covered in grime. Gee. Look at this enormous capstan motor. It's hilarious. Where do I start? How's the pinch roller feel? It's not hard and cracking like a Hitachi, but it's not that rubbery. It's very smooth. Man, head drum's got grime on it. I need... Oh, you know what I was gonna do first? I wasn't gonna open up the top end first. I was gonna do the loading belt. Well, you know what? While we're here, we'll clean the heads. House, basement, or garage glaze? It's like a basement main course with a garage undertone. I don't know what I'm saying. If I lose a screw inside this mechanism, I'm just gonna kill myself. It'll be all over. I shouldn't say that. That's not very nice. I always like to go for shock humor, and then I immediately feel like, oh, nope, shouldn't have said that. Too sensitive. It's funny, in Technology Connections video from a couple years ago where he compared a very early VHS VCR like this one to a very early Betamax one from Sony. One of the things he touched upon was how when you eject Sony's machine, the cassette compartment softly ejects, and on these Panasonics, when you hit eject, it goes, oh. Well, I was gonna say it goes, give me a tape! But it's not doing anything now. Is that because the cover's off? Must be because the cover's off. Right. I need a piece of paper. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to have this. I really hope I can get it working, because I had another top-loading Panasonic-made RCA VCR a couple of years ago. I also bought it from Shop Goodwill, and I couldn't get it. I never got it working, and I ended up giving it to someone for the cost of shipping, because you'd hit play and it would load the tape, but the tape wouldn't actually start turning. And also the little arm that the pinch roller rides on was completely seized, and I couldn't get it completely unseized. I forget what the model of that VCR was. It was a VF. It was a VFT. I'm sure. I think it might have been like a VFT 650 or something like that. And it's not the first instance I've seen of one of the VFT machines having those issues, the seized pinch roller and not going into play mode. I've heard a couple other instances of it. Wow, that's a lot of dirt. That's a lot of damage. It's like gritty dirt. Like, I'm scared I'm gonna scratch the head drum. She's a 4-head machine. Of course, it had to be 4 heads because it's got 3 speeds. The VDT series were the first ones to have three speeds. The VBT and VCT only had SP and LP. And then the VDT introduced EP, or SLP as it's called here. Although there was the lower end version of this, the VDT 350 I think it's called, and it doesn't have EP either. It only has SP and LP. So she's got 4 heads to adequately deal with all 3 speeds. Audio is mono, of course. The dirt is still coming right off this. I'm going to take a Q-tip, not to the part where the heads actually are, but I'm just going to take a Q-tip to the upper part of the drum, just to kind of shine it up. Oh yeah, this thing was absolutely built to be serviceable and repaired, because this thing would have cost probably upwards of $1,000. So it's a nightmare, but at the same time, you know, it was built to be fixed if anything went wrong. We'll especially see that when I open up the bottom end, because the bottom is where most of the electronics are, and they're on doors that swing out, and when you swing both doors out, then you get to where the belts and stuff are. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. How is this so filthy? My God. Hey, Alistair. The first hi-fi was mid-80s, definitely, because I had that Super Beta hi-fi machine from, and I think that was from like 1985 or so. That one that ended up just completely not working. again, I am not bringing the Q-tip close to the heads. I'm using it pretty much just to polish the the drum without touching the heads themselves. I'm being very careful. Hi, Porcupine Punch. We must have a good crew going here. Oh my goodness, we have 13 people. How lucky am I? What else? I will get another Q-tip and do the audio and control heads. And I'll also do the other parts of the mechanism. Not much dirt on the audio and control heads. And I'll get all the spindles and all the loading arms and oh, I gotta do the idler tire too, that's important. And I'll clean the pinch roller. I will not use alcohol for that because I don't want to dry it out. I'll just use my Lysol cleaner. Well, no, because when I first, well, maybe cleaning is all it needs. I don't know, but I know when I was playing with it after I made that Twitter video, the video was not that great looking, and I don't know if there was sound at all. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, you know, people learn about cleaning like cassette decks and stuff, and, you know, well, use a Q-tip on the heads, and then, but then they do that to all the heads when they're doing a video recorder. Oh, it's really hard to get to the, there's 2 idler tires, actually. Oh, I shouldn't be using alcohol. I should be... Oh, no, I did use my cleaner. Not a whole lot of dirt on the idlers, but they're kind of hard to reach anyway. Yeah, there's a rocker switch for the tape speed. It is able to auto-detect the speed on playback, though. You don't have to set it to what speed when you're playing a tape, just when you're recording. Not a lot of dirt came off, though. A little bit of dirt came off the idlers. Pinch roller. I'll use paper towel for that. Oh, obviously, continuing on the question is cleaning all that needs. I do need to clean or replace the loading belt because that started slipping after I uploaded that video on Twitter. So it actually quit being able to load a tape. Not a whole lot coming off the pinch roller either. Yeah, Betamaxes are their own kind of animal. Sony loved to use a certain integrated circuit for a voltage regulator, and they fail often, and they're not that easy to find. Whoa, I just popped something off the pinch roller. I popped its little plastic hat off. That's okay, I see where it is. I just gotta get a pick. But yeah, those voltage regulators that Sony like to use go bad, and it's hard to find replacements. You pretty much have to rob a replacement off a whole nother VCR. Alright, let me get my pick. By the way, I do have the HDMI video capture hooked up to the ThinkPad here, so you guys will have a direct feed when we test this. Now, why did you pop off so easily? I don't know, so I'm just going to pop you back on. What type of oil will you be using? Oh, right, thank you. That's another reason I took the top part off. I almost completely forgot about the keys here, so thank you for that. It's something that my ex's dad gave me. It's in one of these Zoom spout bottles, and it's called the Maintenance Connection. Part number 74182. Highest quality multi-use turbine oil. Made in USA. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be using. It's great just for the bottle alone. Alright, so where's our little slidey boys? I thought I could see. Oh yeah, I see them. Alright. Can I put this thing on its side so the oil can drip in? Or is that dangerous? Ugh. Just falls on its face and smashes the VFD oil. I need a light. Well, I put my phone in my mouth. Alright. Excellent! Even Play works now, so you can engage Play without a tape in it. I wonder if it'll actually start loading and playing on a non-existent tape. Alright, well that was easy. Put it back down on its butt here. No, I'm actually using two webcams here. This is the webcam in the corner, the webcam built into the laptop, and this is my USB webcam that's normally connected to my computer. I was actually going to use the Hitachi VM2000 for this camera, but the cord, I would have had to move my DVD recorder over here for the AV cable to reach, and I said, screw it. So I had the webcam up on a little tripod here. Oh, you're exactly right, Alistair. Yes, it's for timer mode, when you have to engage play and record. And then when the time comes, the machine will just click a relay and everything starts going. Yep, that's exactly why. I was having an issue with rewind, so I'm curious to see if rewind will work. Let's plug this thing in. And we'll see if it's able to move the tape any better. It's paying respects with the F on the screen. And I have to hold the... I'm going to have to hold the tape down. Oh, maybe not. He had to hold the tape down. But mine, these arms clicked into place and the tape's being held down. Okay. Power on. And let's try fast forward. Not a good showing. Oh, I do have to hold it down. Okay, fast forward works. Rewind. Not that great. And the controls locked up again. There we go. You can see that capstan motor whirling away. My controls are still locking up. So there might be more oiling to do. Rewind is not that great. It could be a belt thing too. But I'm guessing it's a capstan thing. I can hit play, but it's not going to be able to load, probably. If I do this, oh, I don't have my input hooked up. Never mind. Let's just see if it'll load. I'll just give you the look through the webcam. No, it doesn't even begin to load. Doesn't even begin to load. Rewind's kinda getting there. My controls are still locking up, which sucks, cause maybe I didn't put enough oil. Oh, little tape. Oh, the tape counter's not moving either. Despite the fact that there's two belts for the tape counter. I see what's going on. Oh, rewind's kinda, sorta. Okay. That was fun. Unplug it. So those idlers need more work. Oh, you know what? I didn't clean the reel itself, but it doesn't look that bad, but I'll clean it anyway. Boy, this has such a smell. If there's any embodiment of 80s VCR smell, this is it. This is it. Yeah, so it could actually be a belt thing, but so there's actually the two idlers come into play for fast forward. But only the one is used for rewind. Yeah, I'm stalling the idler with my right hand and turning the capstan motor with my left, and it's able to turn without too much force, so it could be a belt thing. I'll go ahead and use alcohol on the idler. It's just so hard to get to. Aha! Life hack! Use the capstan motor. Why didn't I think of that before? A little bit of dirt came off it. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get more oil into those switches. So I'll do that before I put the cover back on. If you ever watch a video of one of the earlier RCA VCRs, earlier than this, the VBT or the VCT series, or I know the VBT do it, I don't know if the VCT do it or not, but just the design of them were so crude enough that even if a tape wasn't in it, as long as the power was turned on, the head drum would be spinning. So you turn the power on and the head drum would just be spinning all the time, even if a tape wasn't in it. And they do a funny thing. I'm assuming it's due to capacitor aging and the head drum servo circuit getting sloppy. But they make a noise like they're revving up, the head drums do, on those earliest machines. At least today, you turn them on and the head drum like revs up, and it takes a while to steady the speed. It's kind of endearing. I'm cleaning the VFD because it itself has a ton of grime on it. There. Alright. Let's put the top cover back on. So actually, let me put the cassette carriage cover back on. Do you have any switch cleaner? Yes, I have contact cleaner. Hopefully we won't need to use it. Yeah. Actually, it's really common on high-end cassette decks. My Iowa does it. And it's so that it's so that when you hit play, you know, the tape immediately gets up to speed. Oh, yeah. I don't know if there were ever any VHS units like that, but a lot of U-matic VCRs were like that, where the early top-loading U-matic VCRs, the head drum is driven by an AC motor with an electromagnetic brake to fine-tune the speed. It's kind of neat. Who needs a servo when you can just use the frickin' AC power for for synchronization? Oh, you got a VO2600. Very nice. Those top-loading U-matics are just unbelievably enormous VCRs. All right. Something on my shelf just went ping. I'm not sure why. How the F, like... Oh, I see. There's clips. So I was just like, how the F do you get this on? Okay, this is a little fiddly. Ah! I wish the TV VCR switch wasn't spring-loaded. When the power switch is off, the TV VCR switch is spring-loaded, so it's always in the TV position. But if I turn the power switch on so that I can put the TV VCR switch in TV mode, well then my power switch is in the way. Boy, that is a frig to get that on there. I'm gonna have to look at his video again. I don't know if he showed putting the cover back on. Yeah, I think he did. it just slid back on for him. What the heck? Oh, I'm on. It's on. Okay. Alright. I guess I was expecting a smaller gap here, but no, it's good. I think I'm just going to have to work these controls more, because they still get a little bit stuck. Sorry for all the noise. That was easier done than said. That's a good one. 100% right. Alright, let me put just a couple of screws back in. Well, it's not that they're hard to push, it's that they're not hard to push, it's that they completely lock. Like, and it's very random. It seems to be the fast forward that's doing it most now. It's getting better. I think it'll come out of it. I think it just has to be worked. I'm nervous about flipping this thing on its back just because of this plastic's going to be the load-bearing surface. See, I would be more liberal with the oil, but I don't want it dripping onto the circuit boards underneath. Oh, geez, I almost forgot. I almost put this thing on this end, forgetting that I still have the cover off. All right. Bottoms up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this thing, who knows when this was last used. It could be 35 years since this was last used in someone's home. The fact that it actually played a tape and video appeared on my monitor is just nuts. You know, the Electric Light Orchestra has a song. I only recently learned about it, and now it's been like my favorite song to listen to lately. But it's called New World Rising, and it was on their third album, On the Third Day, in 1973. And it's got, you know, one of the instruments in it is a Moog synthesizer, and there is a part that sort of sounds like Morse code in it. If you listen at the end, at the end of the song, when they do a reprise of a prior song called Ocean Breakup on that album, if you listen to Ocean Breakup, you'll hear it too. hell's holding this thing in place? Must be the mic jack. Oh, this foot too. Fine, I'll take this foot off. A bendy top of the video usually indicates a tape tension problem. So the tension, the felt tension brake on your supply reel might not be working properly. It could also be a capstan speed problem. Alright, here's all our circuitry, and I have to take 2 screws out, and then the boards swing open like a door. I'll probably need to get tape to hold the boards upright. Oh. I'm now seeing Matsushita logos. Alright. There's our loading belt. It's not loose. Feels just fine. I think it's just slipping from being not so rubbery anymore. So I will get some tape. I really need masking tape. I'll get some masking tape. Yeah, 5 million capacitors. But you know what? It's all through hole. No surface mount. And they're all normal size capacitors because they didn't have to design it to... why did I pick such a short piece of tape? They didn't have to design it to fit it in space constraints like a camcorder. Oh, you son of a... Flow fails with tape, episode 1. This is absolutely gonna let go and crash down on my fingers. Ugh. I should have used string or something. Made in Japan. There's the capstan free run potentiometers. 3 of them, 1 for each speed. We may have to tickle those a bit once we hopefully get this thing playing. Alright. Boy, the smell in here is amazing. It also looks absolutely horrifying. I did it again with too little tape. Oh my god. Okay, I'll do this. Sure that won't come crashing down on my fingers. How's our belts? Capstan belt feels fine. The real belt actually feels fine too. So what's this go to? Also, how do you get the loading belt off? It's blocked in both directions. Oh no, it's not. There's our loading belt. And ugh, it's pretty petrified. It's not gooey or anything. It's just lost all rubbery properties. So I don't know if I have a replacement, but I'll take a look at my belt stash. I really gotta order more belts because I'm starting to run out. I've rebelted so many things over the years. Where are my belts? I was using them just last night. Did I put them away somewhere? Oh, I know where they are. Do I have a replacement? That'll work, but it's thinner. Ooh. That might work. Let's give that a try. Come on. I'm double picking. Alright. New loading belt. Now, what do we do about the other belts? I'm a little confused as to what's going on here, because there's a belt going from the capstan motor to the capstan flywheel, which, you know, and then there's a belt going from the capstan motor to one of the reels, which is also, you know, I understand. But then there's a belt going from this idler that's driven by... It's driven like... There's probably a name for it that I don't know, but it's one of those things where like the belt only partially passes by it, and that little bit of friction drives what drives it. And then that in turn drives what I'm guessing, it's covered by a metal shield, but I'm guessing that's the... No, that wouldn't be the supply reel. Oh, I'm thinking backwards. This is the supply reel. Or is it even the supply reel? It might not even be a reel. It might just be an idler on its own. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All these belts are kind of petrified, which sucks because I don't know what's causing the sloppy rewind. I don't know if it's the idler slipping or a belt slipping. I guess what I can do is just clean everything. I'll just clean all the belts. Or try to, anyway. Oh, I hate turning this thing because I'm putting scratches in the top. The flat belt for the capstan, for the actual capstan, feels fine. I'm not going to worry about that. It's mostly just the reel belts, because I know the rewind isn't that great, and the fast forward isn't perfect either. A little bit of dirt coming off. Well, more than a little bit of dirt coming off the reel belt. Surprised my masking tape hasn't fallen off yet. There's a lot of dirt on those belts. I mean, not surprising, the belts were brown instead of black. Look at all these wires, man. Can you imagine if one of these wires took a dump and went open circuit, and you had to like try and find that, along with wondering if it was like a bad component? Like, what if one transistor went bad? Like, my god. I mean, I guess that's what troubleshooting flowcharts are for, but still. Alright. Shall we close this up, flip it back over, and then finally test it? My back's starting to hurt. Leaning over, man, just kills my back these days. I was blessed with not my dad's back, but my mom's back, which is a curse, not a blessing. Ah, dang it. Alright, let me get this last screw in. Can't have nothing nice. I'll just flip it over before I put the bottom panel screws back on, because we might have to come in here again to adjust the capstan free run. Ugh. Oh. There we go. Oh. plate's falling off, but whatever. This belt is garbage. And so let me get the remote for my DVD recorder, switch it to the right input, which is input 1, I believe. Do I have batteries in this? Yeah. Ugh. Are the batteries working? Don't know. Are the batteries leaking? No. There has been leakage in the past in this remote though, unfortunately. Well, here, you guys can see. Yeah, it's working. Okay. There we go. Line 1. Alright. So I gotta wire in the VCR. Oh shoot, without the back cover on, I don't know. Out is bottom, and video is this side. Alright. Plug it in. It's paying respects. Switch you guys to that. I think you'll be able to see, I think. Let's put our test tape in, which actually I need to rewind so I can watch the SP portion. Power on. Rewind. Oh, rewind's good! Rewind's really good now. That noise is just the tape. This tape's garbage. How about fast forward? Oh, it's great! The transport's great on this now. The fast forward and rewind. Oh, I forgot the tape counter belt. Ah, that's fine, whatever. Alright. What I'll do is I'll actually shrink this up. Yeah, this tape. The tape is branded General Electric, which is kind of funny. I think... Well, here, we might as well just test it.
This is channel 26.
Okay. DVD recorder is working. It's set to line 1. Shall we hit play? We're playing. Do we have video? Wow, that looks awful. Oh, let me try my tracking control. Boy, that is garbage. Those, sorry, let me turn. The audio's good. I don't hear any wow or flutter. Those dark horizontal bars, I saw that, when I tested this thing, night before last, too. And who knows? Maybe as it plays, maybe capacitors will reform, and it'll start looking better. So you can see I made this test pattern in Vegas, and I just put a little mark there that says SP. And the parts of the tape that are recorded in LP and EP, they say LP and EP. Well, the good news is the friggin' thing's playing. I mean, there's something to be said about that for being 42 years old. Shall we, Wow, that works really good. Let me hit play again. It loads the tape really, really good. That's one upside. Let me fast forward to the LP portion. Oops, that was play. This tape is so garbage. There we go. Oh. Oh yeah, so this is LP. Alright. That's great. Again, the actual speed of the tape is good. I don't hear any wow or flutter from here. I don't know if it's tracking issues or like video head issues. Like that's tracked about as good as I can get it, but it's like the chroma's all messed up. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. It could be alignment. That's what I'm afraid of. Oh, I know it's not the tape. The VCR I recorded this tape in is properly functional. I recorded this tape in the Emerson VCR, my early 90s Orion machine. Well, do we dare see what EP looks like? Oh, we actually went past it. Now that doesn't look too bad. This was a recording I made on the Hitachi VM2000. Oh yeah, that looks great. How's our audio? You know what? For EP, that's acceptable. That level of wow and flutter. Especially for EP that was recorded in a different VCR. Oh, this stupid tape. I'm just curious. If there's no tape in it, does it actually rewind? No. No. So, I'm trying to decide whether I just keep running this thing and see if the problem clears up on its own, like if it's stale capacitors. Or do I have to start dealing with alignment? The weirdest part for me is the dark horizontal bars. Like, what's going on there? I'm just playing with the tracking control. Like, could it be bad heads? There's our LP. Could it be a tension issue? Yeah, the part from the Hitachi did look good. Maybe my Emerson VCR is having some issues. Maybe I should put in a completely different tape. You know what? We know this thing's mechanically sound. It's not eating tapes or anything. Let's put in a pre-recorded tape and see what it looks like. I have just the tape too. It's something from the station. I have a tape here that came from Fundy Cable. It's from 1999. It was actually a recorded announcement by the president of Fundy Cable announcing that they were being bought out by Shaw Cable. But it has like 90 seconds or 2 minutes of just a steady screen and music in the beginning. So we'll see how it looks. Nah, it's not bad. Is my Emerson VCR failing? Oh my gosh! Wait, I gotta hear the sound. Hold on. It's fine! I mean, I think it's fine. It doesn't look perfect. It looks pretty damn good for 42 years old. You know, it's funny, Austin. Not only is French recognized in New Brunswick, New Brunswick's the only province in Canada. No, it's one of the only 2 provinces in Canada that officially recognizes French. English and French are both official languages in New Brunswick, and it's the only province in Canada like that. The only other province that has French as an official language is Quebec. I'll get to the part where the guy's actually talking. Oh, maybe it's not my crappy tape that's howling. Maybe the actual reels on this are howling. Oh, maybe I gotta oil my reels.
All of you in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Barbara and I are here this morning because we want to share with you, as soon as possible, two major changes to our company. And I think the best way for me to explain them is just to read a couple of paragraphs from a press release that is going out simultaneously now as I speak. And it goes as follows. Fundy Communications Inc. announced today that it has accepted a letter of offer for the purchase of its cable television business by Shaw Cable Systems of Calgary, Alberta. At the same time, Fundy is announcing the formation of an entirely new company to carry on and expand its fast-growing telecommunications.
That's pause. Pause works. Now, do you see a cool feature this thing did? When you hit pause, the capstan keeps twitching a little until it gets to a part where there's a reasonably clear picture.
For commercial customers.
See that? I hit pause and it stopped, but then it moved just a couple of fields more, so we got a clear picture. That's a really good still image.
In the Maritimes,
Oh, I know why you guys are hearing an echo, because you're hearing the direct feed and you're also hearing the feed out of my laptop speakers. So let me go in here and let me monitor only.
in Ontario, which is to be called C1 Communications, with its head office in St. John.
Oh, the reason I paused, I was going to say Fundy actually, they were in Nova Scotia, and they also expanded to Ontario, I think. I don't remember.
So that's the press release. Shaw are also issuing a press release at this moment along similar lines, except they won't be talking about C1. So two major moves, certainly fundamental changes to the way that we've been doing business. And what I would like to do is just to give you some background as to how this came about. We've been involved over the last few months. We've been involved rather strenuously, I'd say, in trying to plan the financing for C1. We were almost there, and we hoped to complete this financing and make this announcement regarding the expansion of C1 sometime in June. While we were doing this, however, we've been following the developments of technology, and in particular, the developments of IP telephony. Also, we're sitting here being somewhat vulnerable to competition, and we were also looking at how we could speed up the build of our two-way plant in Moncton, St. John, and Fredericton, and eventually beyond. And we wanted to be aggressive in rolling out our digital services and our internet services. The bottom line of this is that it looked like
I'm basically letting this play so I can exercise this thing.
having to add an additional $60 million or so of new investment. Right in the middle of this financing planning, Shaw made the announcement that it was acquiring access cable in Dartmouth. What we saw there were really high values. To be specific, Shaw announced that it was paying $2,000 per customer for access cable in Dartmouth and Nova Scotia. That's an urban area. Right after that, we began to get phone calls. I was getting phone calls personally from colleagues and friends of mine in the cable industry, and they were saying really to me for the first time, we would be willing to pay values at or above those of Shaw, or those that Shaw's paying to access, if you would be interested in selling your cable business. So as you know, we have a number of shareholders, and I had the obligation, and I would have anyway, to consult with them, and we concluded that we had no choice but to seriously consider these proposals. So what we've been doing in the last 2 weeks is we've been running a mini auction. We told all of our bidders that we're sort of in a hurry. We have a new business we want to launch, and we don't want to get disrupted. So we said, if you're serious, and if you can manage to do a turnaround on offers within 2 weeks, we'll take them. But we made a promise. I mean, we made no promises. We said we may not take any offer. However, we had a number of offers that were actually in excess of what the access cable transaction looked like. And Shaw has turned out to come in to be the most aggressive. And I'll come back to that. We've accepted the Shaw offer, and by that I mean we have to go forward now and do a lot more work, and I'll come back to that too. The reason that we're accepting this is that obviously the offers exceeded our expectations. They're probably 2 or 3 years at least ahead of where we thought we would be.
Okay. So, geez, I mean, I'm not sure why surely my Emerson VCR is not doing that bad. Is it a difference in VCRs? Is the Emerson using, like, narrow heads, whereas this Fundy cable tape was recorded on a professional machine with wider heads, and this VCR likes something with a wider video track? I don't know. Let me try my other tape again. Jeez. So, maybe my Emerson VCR's got an issue. Maybe I should do a recording test on this. Oh, hey, PropNot's here. You know, I feel so bad. I only discovered your videos last night because I was looking up videos about this thing, and I saw your video of your VDT350 or whatever it is. And it was so awesome playing, you know, the beginning of that film, Clockwork Orange. Wow, that was quite the experience. That was a really cool video. Anyway, I found your other videos, and they're very good, so I have subscribed. So, maybe we should do a recording test on this. I will fast forward. I wonder if I can... I don't like that my reel table is howling. I wonder how you oil that, if you have to take it out or can you just oil it from the top? I don't know. I'm just going to fast forward to a clear part of this tape. No forward search or reverse search, eh? So when you want to rewind or fast forward, you have to commit to it. There we go. You have to hit stop. Alright, so I'm at a blank part of the tape. I need a camera. I need a camera, and I need some AV cables. Well, I guess I can just use the ones I already have out here. Yeah, I'll get some more. I have not yet sprayed the record playback switch, so that could be dirty. Oops. Video, audio. Alright, so input is set to camera, because that's what a line input used to be called, because the only thing you'd be putting into it would be a video camera. And I turn this on. Aha! Alright. And I should be able to just hit record and play. Put in SP speed. So now we're recording in SP speed. I don't have a mic hooked up to the camera. But that's fine. No, that's not fine. I want to test the audio. And get a microphone. Oops. My cord might be a little bit... I was wondering if this cord might be going bad. Anyway, the microphone's on, so we should be recording sound hopefully, and I'm in the SP speed. So if I switch this to LP, so now we're recording in the LP speed. And now I'm going to switch to EP speed, or SLP it's called here. And now we're recording in SLP speed. And I'll end the test by going back to SP. Boy, the capstan motor in this is really noisy. I think that's just how they were though. Alright, we'll see how that looks. We will rewind. Now I wish I had a working tape counter. Not bad. Let me back up more. Oh yeah, I was already recording when I was picking up my mic. Geez, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks really decent. But why was my test tape? Like, I made that test tape for the sole purpose, and it just... my Emerson VCR must be having an issue. Dang. I think that glitching in the video might have just been my cord. We have sound. Kinda. It's super quiet. There is no sound. But that's... I'm not too worried about that yet. Wow! Even SLP looks okay! This thing works okay! This thing almost... I would almost dare to say this... the video out of this thing looks good! I'm very happy! That looked really good! Wow! So, no audio. So, 12 volt vids had this happen, and basically it's just due to a dirty play record switch, which is an internal switch inside the VCR. And what he did was basically, I forget if he did the... I gotta see what he did. But he basically spammed, I think it was the audio dub switch and another switch. Let me see. I think he might have had it in play mode and paused it. I gotta look at his video. I'm scrubbing through his video right now. Yeah, I mean, that's what I should do, is spray contact cleaner. I already have the thing closed back up, though, is the issue. I'm too lazy. He put it in record mode. Oh, he's recording his test footage from his cable transmitter. Bear with me. Struggling to find the part of the video. Do do do. Maybe it was at the beginning of the video. Yeah, because he tested it in the beginning, and he was surprised that his unit worked. But he had no playback audio. Sorry. I know this is getting boring all of a sudden. His video's 41 minutes long, which is amazing. Just makes it hard to find a part. Oh, whatever. I'll figure something out here. It was the audio dub switch, I just don't know. Was he playing it? Oh. Audio dub switch is stuck down now. There we go. Maybe he had it turned off. So then he could do that. Let's do another recording test. Oh, C Debian? CDE Debian? It's literally just the letter C and then Debian. Sorry, now I'm fighting with OBS. Alright. Alright, I'm recording once again, and maybe this time we'll have sound. Let's find out. And I'll turn this up. Oh, there we go. Oh, I had my laptop muted. That'll do it. Let's try again. I'm recording once again. Yay! And maybe this time we'll have sound. Let's find out. Damn! This thing's actually working pretty darn good. Oh, I'm disturbed. Like, what's going on with my Emerson? I don't know. I want to do more. This thing has a microphone jack on it. It's actually on the back, I guess. We should try that. We should hook a mic up to the mic jack. If I can remember where it is. I'll just let this thing. Might as well rewind the tape all the way. I gotta deal with that howling tape reel. Have you ever had to deal with that? Prob not. Did yours ever have a tape reel howl like that? Or actually, from where it's coming from, it doesn't even sound like it's the reel. It almost sounds like it's the capstan motor. So maybe I should take the top off this thing again and take a look. Wow. It's funny to think I had that VDT625 and that was such an enormous failure. And now this thing, it's just, it's one win after another. Clock's keeping time. I set the clock on it. That's keeping time. It's not paying respects anymore. Ooh, we should test the timer function. That would be neat. Getting the top off is so hard on this. Alright. Right. The noise is coming over here. Is it the tape counter pulley? It might be the tape counter pulley. I'm just wondering how I can test that. 38 pounds. And this one might be a pound or two heavier for the extra circuitry. Wow. I believe it. I'm just going to try something dumb here. It's not the reels, which I'm very happy. It's the tape counter pulley. Excellent. I'm very happy about that. So now the question is, I mean, I guess I can lubricate it. I have my Zoom spout bottles, so I can probably reach. The tape counter pulley, it's actually metal by the looks of it. But see, the tape counter's not working. There's two belts. There's one going from the take-up reel to the first pulley, and then there's another belt going from the first pulley to the second pulley, which actually drives the tape counter itself. So maybe because there's no load on that first pulley because the belt's slipping, maybe that's what's causing it to vibrate. Let's see. So if I turn this, the whole thing turns. I don't know where the bearing surface is. So that's the second pulley. Actually, the sound could be just it rubbing on the belt. Because the dang old thing's just not turning. Is the tape counter frozen? No, it does turn. Now the tape counter's turning. Was it just frozen? Oh, no, it got stuck again. The belt's loose. The thing is, it's hidden under this, this control panel, which is also part of the display assembly. So how the heck do I get access to change that belt? Oh, does the tape counter assembly come out? That looks a little scary. Because there's one screw. Oh yeah, this thing has 4 heads. Yeah. Because it's got all 3 speeds, eh? I mean, I might be able to get at that belt with my pick. But, you know what? I should unplug this. Too bad I set the clock. Oh. Boy, that belt. You know what? Let's go for broke. I'll take that screw out. And, see what comes out. Ugh, oh my god. Ugh, I can't get that screw out. I need a bigger screwdriver. Oh, I hurt my wrist. Oh, my whole life, my wrists are just awful. It's been that way. No, it hasn't been that way my whole life. It started after I did a pull-up. I did one pull-up in gym class in high school. And my wrists have never been the same. Looking for a screwdriver. Ugh. Spring hook tools. Oh, is that... Does it, like, close once you get it around it? If that's what it is, then yes, I absolutely should have one. Oh, the screwdriver bit's the wrong size. I don't know where my bigger one is. Everything's a disaster. Let me think. I know. No, I don't know. I lose absolutely everything around here. Can't imagine why. Oh, by the way, Probnut, you were asking, or not asking, but you mentioned the Casio TV. It works fine as well, which I'm super happy about. Man, what friggin' luck, huh? Alright. I don't have a bigger Phillips bit. I can try a flathead bit. Yeah, yet you buy something pristine from eBay and it's just completely dead. Like 2 Casio VF3000s. Nope. Okay, that screws in there forever. And I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, my wrist again. Let me... So the issue is, A, oil that tape counter pulley, but I don't know where oil goes. And then B, I'd like the tape counter to actually work. So I guess I'll see if I can get the belt off, or if I just drop it inside the mechanism for an eternity. Wow, usually I can't get belts on. This one I can't get off. I can't see nothing. Oh, I can kind of see in this angle. Okay, I think I might see where I can put oil. So I'll give that a shot. Wow, that's pretty sweet though. I can't feel bad for the fact that you got one of these and it worked perfectly. That's awesome. Ah, I got oil on the belt. Back of the bus. I actually have a flashlight that stands up with tripod legs, but it's 5 steps away and I'm too lazy to go get it. I have not heard of the band Symphonic. I see what looks like the end of a spindle, but I can't tell if it actually spins or not. I don't think so. I'm trying to figure out where the hell to put oil. But also I'd like to get that belt off. I'm just gonna go for broke. Oh, good Lord, I'm never going to get a new belt on this. Not unless I figure out how to get better access. Does this whole panel come off? Should I take this whole panel off? Oh, it's actually sliding. Does it slide off? No, I can't get to the tape counter from the bottom. So I'm wondering if I take that screw out. Oh, now my side's hurting. Aha! Aha! And there it is! Little bugger. Oh no. How do I get the belt out? The belt captive. Because the shaft goes the whole way to the top. I see where I can put oil now, but I don't know how I can get this belt off. Also, it's a round belt, which I don't have. I might have no choice but to try just cleaning that belt. because I don't think I can actually, I think it's being held captive, and I can't actually take it off without removing the assembly. Yeah, because it's being held captive the whole way down. So I'll try cleaning that belt. I don't know if it's gonna do anything though. Well, the tape counter is actually moving now when I turn the take-up reel. Maybe getting rid of the dirt on the belt was all that was needed. I want to squirt some oil into the upper bearing of the first pulley, but I'm scared it'll drip down onto the belt. Well, the belt's slipping again anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wah wah. There's also a tiny little idler pulley here that maybe I should lubricate, because that doesn't like to spin all the time. So I'll try and be very gentle with the oil here. Let's, probably an easier way for me to do this than turning it manually is just putting a tape in. Am I safe to leave this thing where it is? I think I am. So I will plug this in. And we're paying respects. Put our tape in. We'll see if it howls still too. Tape counter's not working again. It's not squealing as much. So let me get the oil. It's still squealing a little, so I'll get the oil here and get my light. Tape counter's kinda working now. Not really. Maybe I'll squirt a little oil on this pulley. Oh, that actually helped. Yeah, that definitely helped. There's actually a little bit of torque on that final pulley now. It still wants to rumble though for some reason. So maybe a little more oil is in order over here. Or maybe over here. Or maybe it needs grease and not oil. Damn, we still have 15 people watching this crap. Amazing. I'm gonna get my lithium grease. And I'm gonna get a toothpick. I know you shouldn't really use lithium grease for plastic on plastic. You should use moly grease, but I've never had an issue. That might have been it. Nope. I jinxed myself. I think I might have to, starting to think I might have to just live with the rumbling. Because it doesn't seem to want to go away. I don't see any other parts where this pulley rubs on anything. Don't know. We might just have to live with it. So now I'm just thinking of the fact that I have all those broken plastic bits that I'm gonna have to try and put back together. That should be fun. Nope. Oh, right. It slides in. There we go. So, right. So with this thing, the only broken piece is that, which I have right here. So I don't remember if I have any JB Weld plastic weld. I think I might have had to toss it because it got all hard and I couldn't squeeze it out anymore. So that goes like that. And I don't have any Gorilla Glue either. So let me see if I have my plastic weld still. Nah, I don't have plastic weld and I don't have Gorilla Glue. So the broken plastic may have to wait a little while. But other than that, I think this thing's ready to put back together. I mean, gosh, it worked out a lot better than I thought it would. I thought we were boned when my test tape looked like garbage, but it's looking like there might actually be an issue with my my Emerson VCR, or maybe there's not an issue with my Emerson VCR, and my Emerson VCR just has really narrow video heads for some reason. I don't know. You'd think that backwards compatibility would be across the board, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we gotta test the timer feature too. We'll test the timer recording. Oh, my stomach's hurting from leaning forward. That's another thing that's been an issue my whole life. I lean forward too much, and my stomach, I don't know if it's an ulcer or what. It was a big problem in university though, because I'd lean forward a lot studying or doing homework, and my stomach would just be in so much pain I'd have to lie down. Oh yeah, you weren't here. It just looked horrible. There was a lot of chroma smearing, and we'll play it once I get this back together. We'll play it, and then you can take a look. If I can get this thing back together, putting these covers back on is just not easy. I also got to secure the bottom panel because that's not being held in by anything. Man, getting the cover back on this is such a chore. Of course, the first time I fought with it, and then I just set it down and it just slid into place. Now it appears to be just completely stuck. Jeez. Yeah, that tab's bent. See, I keep getting hung up by the memory switch over here. My Emerson VCR 765, I think it is, which is an Orion-built VCR from the early 90s. Oh my god, now this thing's completely stuck. Alright, jerk. What ails you? See if I can just slide it down. I keep checking to make sure these metal tabs aren't bent. See, it teased me the first time because it just slid on. But holy moly. Like the left side's going on. See, for some reason my memory switch, like, did my memory switch bend? No, I don't think so. You can't go back to front because there's clips in the front that have to go in little slots. At least, I'm assuming you can't. There! Oh my goodness. Alright. We'll put this cover back on. And then we'll put the bottom panel back on. Now, I have a question. Why do I have 8 screw holes and 12 screws? Oh, did I not put the... Where did these extra screws come from? I remember taking them out because they got little washers on them. Oh, I do have 12. Because there's 4 here, 4 on the bottom, and then the back cover. Right. These are the back cover screws. Yeah, no, it's completely random, dude. It's, God just wants to laugh at you struggling for a little while and then decides to give you a hand. The VCR gods. Mr. Matsushita. Yeah. And then actually I've lost track of my screws. I've got 3 of one type and 4 of another. Oh, nope, there's the 4. Okay, I have track of my screws. But I'm missing one here. Why? Oh, it's in the plastic part. Yeah. No point of screwing this screw in because the plastic it goes into is broken. But I'll do it anyway so I don't lose it. Alright. I will flip it over, unplug all my video cables. We'll plug them back in when we do the timer test. Oh yeah, we gotta play my my test tape that I made for Provnot too, because Provnot is interested to see what we thought was this VCR being absolutely horrible. So we'll take a last look at that too. Sound like a goose honking outside. Oh my god, everything's a disaster. Everything's chaos. Okay, I'm infinitely curious now. I've been ignoring this one screw. But I don't know where it comes from. Did it come from this VCR? I don't remember. Maybe I just ignore it and pretend I didn't see it. What's the precise date of manufacture? April 9th, 1980. All the Vice Grip Garage references. Oh yeah, this thing has a microphone jack on it too. Somewhere, I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's on the front on the bottom. A 1/4-inch mic jack. So if I can find my mic, which has a 1/4-inch plug on it, we can test that. Why isn't this screw going in? There we go. And then the other 2 screws don't even matter because the plastic lugs are broken. There's a big plastic chunk taken out of this too. And I already threw the box it came in out, so I don't know if it was in the box. Oops. Why do I have one more screw than I have screw holes? Oh, that screw just fell right in. I see it. Alright, so we'll just leave these screws out. For some reason there's 2. But I only have 1 screw hole. I have no idea. Oh, the other one went to this chunk of plastic that fell out. Okay, all screws are accounted for. All plastic is not accounted for. Oh man, yeah, I am not looking forward to... This is not a VCR that's... You want to just take the cover off willy-nilly to clean heads or whatever. Because boy, it's not fun. Okay. Everything's mostly back on. The places where screw holes still exist are still working. So, we will... plug her in. And we'll take a look at my test tape here. Which means I need to do this. All right. My video cables aren't plugged in. So that's at EP speed. And actually, I think it looked the best at EP speed. And I mean, I can play with the tracking. I mean, the tracking's as good as it's gonna get, but... And the audio's fine for EP. But, yeah. And I'll rewind it to the SP part. Oh, my tape counter ain't working again. Crap! Really? It moves forward. Yeah, that tape counter totally needs a new belt. And this was LP. on my test tape. And I think SP actually looked the worst. Actually, SP... Yeah, anyway, this is what it was doing. It actually almost looks better than it did 2 hours ago, so maybe some capacitors are getting better, but it still looks horrible. And so 2 hours ago, or whenever I started this stream, we played this tape, which I recorded on my Emerson VCR 765, and it looked like this, and I thought, oh my god, this thing's in horrible shape. You got the dark horizontal bars. It just seems like the color along the top. I mean, yeah, that's the worst part, but to me, it's actually looking better now than it was earlier. When I'm done streaming and the archive's available, you'll have to watch the beginning of the archive, because it looked horrible, but it still looks pretty bad now. But yeah, that's what it looked like, and I thought this thing was in pretty terrible shape, and then we played a pre-recorded tape, and it looked great. So... Oh, my rewind is getting sluggish. Oh, now it's speeding up. But yeah, I think it is looking better now. When the archive's available, you'll have to look at the beginning of the stream and see how it looks. I think now it might be looking a little bit better. Yeah, that's an idea. Record on this and play it in the Emerson. Do you follow me on Twitter? Do you have Twitter? I can't do it right now, just because I don't have it set up now, but it's something I can do for Twitter later, if I remember. Okay, let me set the clock on this, and then we'll test the timer record. It's now 8:29. Okay. Now, I'm doing this without a manual. Turn it to program mode. Okay, and I can choose A, B, C, or D. C button's a little sticky, or not sticky, but not wanting to make good contact. Anyway, we'll choose program A, and there we go. Switches are dirty. So, let me show you how this looks, because it's kind of neat. The programming's very simplistic, and it's not as nice as Sony's system, where they had like actual words on the VFD that say like tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Do you still have the Memorex VCR? Yeah, I have it. Yeah, the Memorex MVR 4046, which is what I was actually going to record my test tape on. But when I played the recording back in that VCR after making it, there was a lot of like intermittent black bars that would like scroll up and down the screen. So there might be something going on with that VCR too. I don't know. Get my USB cable over here. There we go. Yeah, I have Twitter. Yeah. Public domain movie night? That'd be cool. Right, so I'm in the programming mode. You can set 4 programs. Program A. And then the 0 on the left side means today. The program's going to occur today. But by using this rocker switch here, I can do tomorrow or 2 days from now. Oops. 3 days from now, and so on. And I'm assuming A means daily, every day. So yes, very simplistic. There's no days of the week. You can't set something to record like on every Tuesday or whatever. So we'll do it today. Auto set start and length? What's that mean? Oh, when to start. Oh, I see what's going on. So we want to start recording at, let's say, 8:35 p.m., which is 3 minutes from now. And the length of the recording, we're going to do 5, we'll do 2 minutes. Actually, I'm going to give myself some more time here. I'm going to start at 8:37 and timer on. So now the timer is on and I do that and it's armed, and 5 minutes from now it'll start recording. So now what I need to do is hook up my camcorder to the video input. So yeah, this is a VCR that you had to be very hands-on with programming. It's very easy to program because it's so simple, but you have to be hands-on with it often because there's no weekly program and there's no day of the week concept. It's just how many days from now do you want the recording to occur. When we had a VCR, which was up until 2010 or so, my mom made such huge use of the timer. We had, the last few years we had a VCR, we went through several of them because by that point they were all crap Funai decks, and my mom just wore them all out with how much she recorded on them. And she would just have like 5 timers set simultaneously. She was a master at time shifting. So actually, it's 8:34. I'm gonna set my timer to 8:36. Timer on. There. So about 90 seconds from now, we should begin recording. Let's find out. Oh yes, we first got satellite TV in the late 90s, like 1997, 98, and even back then it had auto, you could set a timer to automatically tune to a channel when a show came on. Alright, in 30 seconds or so, we should start recording. Make sure I'm like, oh! Hey! And actually it started at 8:35 even though I said 8:36. So is that a thing it does where it just starts recording ahead of time? Now it's 8:36. So it starts like 15 seconds beforehand, which is a good feature. Oh, and we set it to record for only 2 minutes, so let's see if it actually records for 2 minutes. Say hi, everybody. You're going to be recorded on a 42-year-old VCR for the next 90 seconds. Let's immortalize this moment. Oh, V Westlife's here. Hi, V Westlife. Should stop recording in a minute or so, or less. My tape counter has stopped moving. That definitely needs a new belt. Too bad it's impossible to figure out how to change it. Paul's in the house. Braden's in the house. All my internet friends are here. And it stopped. Okay. Now we play it back and see how it looks. And then we'll wrap this stream up. Stop. Turn my camcorder off. I don't know how far back I need to go. Alright. Now it's 8:36. So it starts like 15 seconds beforehand, which is a good feature. Oh, and we set it to record for only 2 minutes, so let's see if it actually records for 2 minutes. Say hi, everybody. You're going to be recorded on a 42-year-old VCR for the next 90 seconds. Let's immortalize this moment. Onto my lowest quality tape. Oh, V Westlife's here. Hi, V Westlife. Should stop recording in a minute or so, or less. My tape counter has stopped moving. That definitely needs a new belt. Too bad it's impossible to figure out how to change it. Paul's in the house. Braden's in the house. All my internet friends are here. All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up, I would say. What a successful stream. My god, this thing sat in a climate controlled storage unit. It lived with rats for 10 months. 42 years old. Original capacitors. I only had to change the loading belt. There's a lot of dirt inside. And yet the thing actually works acceptably well. I don't think there's anything wrong with the quality. And I'm sure it'll keep getting a little bit better as I use it, like Probnot says. So, yeah, that's excellent. I'm very happy. You know what my dream is? It's been my dream for a long time, but if I ever have the opportunity to have a house, or at least have an apartment big enough and with enough accessibility to make it viable, I'd love to have a console TV. I'd love to have a living room, nice living room, that's just a living room and not a freaking workshop like it has to be here. But a living room with a couch, and across from that couch a console TV set. And wouldn't this VCR fit perfectly with a console TV set sitting on top of it? How nice would that look? That would be pretty sweet. So maybe someday. I'm halfway there. I got the VCR now. Now I just have to get a 400-pound horrible console TV. That would need a bunch of restoration probably. Although RCA made their, they sold their XL100 or whatever they were called, console TVs into the 80s. So it's actually pretty easy to get a working console TV that doesn't need anything done to it. Alright. Well, folks, I think that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And this is great. This is excellent. I'm so excited that this thing works. I'm going to keep using it, hoping it keeps coming back little by little. I'd like to figure out the tape counter, because that's going to annoy me. It's going to annoy the hell out of me. But I might need to find a service manual or something to figure out how to change it. Don't know. Anyhow, thanks so much. Have a good what remains of your weekend. And happy Monday when we all have to go back to work or school tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.